Gran Turismo 7's car list is outdated, and here's what we think. Welcome ladies and gentlemen to another video here on the Racing Games channel. Today we're going to be talking about the car list in Gran Turismo 7 and the cars that you can race in the game. When Gran Turismo launched 25 years ago on the original PlayStation, it was the first racing game with over 100 licensed cars. Its scale was unprecedented. For comparison, the Need for Speed only had 9. There was even a good chance of finding your dad's car in the early GT games. Since then, GT games have become virtual car encyclopedias, with hundreds of cars to race, collect and tune. Recent entries even have virtual museums, chronicling the history of the most celebrated car manufacturers. Gran Turismo 7 has over 420 cars at launch, but for a series that celebrates cars, GT7's car list is woefully outdated. Most cars in GT7 predate 2017. The Genesis G70 is the only car from the 2022 model year, while the Nissan Z is the only 2023 car. Likewise, there's only one 2021 car, the Toyota GR86 RZ. It's been 5 years since GT Sport launched on PS4, but GT7 only features 22 new road cars from the last 5 model years, when excluding race cars and fictional Vision GT cars. It doesn't help that every car from GT Sport has carried over to GT7. This means only around 80 to 100 cars are new to GT7. Multiple variations of the same models also pad out GT7's car list, reducing the number of unique cars. Polyphony needs to prioritise quality, not quantity, when choosing cars in GT games. From the Ferrari 250 GT to the Aston Martin DB5, GT7 has an array of historically significant cars most of us can only dream of driving, but a lot of high-profile cars from Ferrari, Aston Martin, McLaren, Bugatti, Lamborghini and Tesla launched in the last 5 years are absent. Visit the Bugatti dealership, for example, and the only production car you can buy is the Veyron, which debuted 17 years ago. While it's a historically significant car that set a new benchmark for performance, the Veyron was superseded by the Chiron in 2018. That's 4 years ago now. Bugatti made history in 2019 when the Chiron Supersport 300 Plus became the first production car to break the 300 mph barrier. So it deserves to be in GT7 in our opinion. You also won't find any McLarens in GT7 currently in production. You can drive the MP4-12C and 650S, but they ended production in 2014 and 2017 respectively. Since the MP4-12C launched in 2014 as the British manufacturer's first road car since the iconic F1, McLaren's lineup has expanded considerably. New models like the 720S, Speedtail and Senna have put McLaren on the map in recent years when it comes to road cars, but they aren't in GT7. And despite featuring in modern racing games like Project Cars 3 and Forza Horizon series, Koenigsegg still hasn't appeared in a Gran Turismo game. Electric cars are also underrepresented. GT7 has a handful of EVs such as the Tesla Model S, BMW i3 and Porsche Taycan Turbo, but the electric car revolution has already started. Almost every major car manufacturer now has an EV in its lineup. To be fair, this problem isn't exclusive to Gran Turismo. However, recent EVs like the Jaguar I-Pace and Rimac Concept 2 feature in FH5, but not in GT7. If you are hoping to drive the latest cars in Gran Turismo 7, you may be disappointed. This problem has plagued the series in recent years, as GT6 and GT Sport also launched with outdated car lists. So why doesn't Gran Turismo 7 have the latest cars? Now there's no definitive answer, but licensing agreements with car manufacturers are likely a factor. There was a time when EA had exclusive rights to Porsche cars in Need for Speed games for over a decade. This is no longer the case, but car brands can still give game developers exclusive rights to car models. McLaren, for example, has a close relationship with Microsoft. This led to the P1 and Senna becoming cover cars for Forza Motorsport 5 and Horizon 4 respectively. Licensing cars is also expensive, which probably explains why Ferrari didn't debut in a GT game until GT5. Some cars are also exclusive to racing games for a limited time. The LaFerrari, for example, was a timed exclusive in Forza Motorsport 5, but subsequently appeared in GT Sport and GT7. The Toyota GR Super Racing concept and GR Supra RZ road car, on the other hand, debuted in GT Sport at a time when the Japanese manufacturer was not licensing cars for other racing games. Modelling cars in racing games also takes a lot of time and resources. Since GT Sport, cars in Gran Turismo are built from scratch in painstaking detail. To put this into perspective, cars in the original Gran Turismo game were made up of 300 polygons. Now, Gran Turismo 7's cars are made up of over 500,000. Every car has a fully modelled interior. As a result, it takes several months and thousands of hours for Polyphony's design team to model one car. However, since 2020, Polyphony has outsourced this car modelling to external teams to speed up the process. This means it now takes 3 months to model a car in Gran Turismo instead of 6, which doesn't explain why GT7's car list is several years out of date. There's still time for Polyphony to bring Gran Turismo 7's car list up to date. 170 new cars were added to Gran Turismo Sport after launch in free updates, effectively doubling the car list. Polyphony has similar plans for GT7 too. And new cars are coming to Gran Turismo 7 in free updates, with the first batch arriving by the end of this month, that's April at the time that this video is uploaded. Let's hope these updates feature modern cars to keep Gran Turismo 7's car list relevant for years to come. So that's what we make of Gran Turismo 7's car list, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think? Let us know down in the comments, and we'll catch you here for another Racing Games video very soon.